Om Prakash Katte, and welcome to you in Biology Rewired. Today we are discussing the Biology section, class 9, and chapter Improvement in Food Resources. It is the last chapter of our NCERT book, and here we will discuss regarding the food resources. Students, food is a basic requirement for our life. It is needed for this survival. This food we are getting from the different sources. Carbohydrate like of foods, they are giving us the energy. Proteins foods, they are required for repair and growth of the body. Vitamins and minerals, which are required for the protection of our body. And these all the foods we are getting from two sources. Either we are getting from the plants or we are getting from the animal. So today we are discussing regarding the improvement in the food resources. As we know that our population is huge population. It crosses for the 1 millions of population. Worldwide, if you will see, population is more than 1.3 billion. So when population is increased, the food requirement is also increased. So here is a need of improvement in the food resources to fulfill the demand of the growing population. So let's we have to understand what is meant by improvement in food resources. Population is increases, it means the demand of the food is also increases. But we don't have enough amount of land. We don't have the enough land to cultivate the more number of the crop. So we have to bring changes in the crop variety that can give us more food production. So improvement in food resources means to increase the quantity and quality of the food. So improvement in food resources means we have to develop such type of crop varieties. We have to develop such type of livestock which give us more production, and this production should be quantitative. So overall, improvement in food resources is to increase the quantity and quality of the food. Why is the need of improvement in food production? So as I told you, why it is improvement is required or needed. Why is the need of improvement in food production? In other words, food resources improvement is required to ensure the food for all. According to World Hunger Index, about 25% of the population of the world is suffering from hunger and malnutrition today. So enough amount of food should be produced that ensure the food for all, so that improvement is required. Another, land is limited. In India, 1960 onward, we have increases about 25% of land area for the cropping, but there is no enough land for the cultivation of crop. So we have to develop such type of food variety, improved variety, which can be grown in the limited area of the land. Third, pressure, to reduce the pressure on agriculture. It means improvement is required because there is a pressure of growing population. Population is increases, so we need the more and more food. That's why improvement is needed, and to increase the production of crop and livestock. Livestock, it means the animals which are domesticated. It may be cow, it may be buffalo, it may be the goat, it may be the camel, for different purposes, and that is called the livestock. So improvement is required because we have to increase the production of crop and livestock. That's why improvement in food resources is required. Students, 1960, if you know, Green Revolution was the one program. In Green Revolution, the production and growth of the crops and grain take place. So Green Revolution is related to the production of the grain, production of the crops, and we have increased the much and more production of crop and grain by Green Revolution. Another is White Revolution, to ensure the availability of the milk. So milk and milk product are produced. It is called the White Revolution. Similarly, the Blue Revolution is related to the production of fishes and seafood. Production of fishes and seafood. So in this all this program, Green Revolution, White Revolution and Blue Revolution, we have increased the production of grains in Green Revolution, milk production in White Revolution and Blue Revolution, fishes production. So thus this revolution useful to us for the improvement in the food result. Only we have increased the production due to the improvements in the food resources. Students, we are getting the food from two resources. One is a animal. From animal we are getting milk, meat, egg, fish, seafood and honey, etc. Okay. So these are the some product we are obtaining from the animal. Similarly, from plants we are getting the carbohydrate from wheat, rice, maize and millets. We are getting protein from the gram pea, pigeon pea and lentil. We are getting the fat from soybean, groundnut and mustard. We are getting the vitamins and minerals from vegetables, spices and fruits. These are the basic food material we are obtaining from the plants. Carbohydrate, it gives us energy. So our energy requirement is fulfilled by the carbohydrate. Protein is very necessary for growth and development of our body. Repairing of the cell takes place due to the protein. Fats provides energy to us. Vitamin and mineral, they are not considered as a food because they do not give the energy, but vitamins and minerals, they give us vitamins and minerals protect us from the different type of diseases. And for the livestock, fodder is produced, so improved variety of fodder is also required for the livestock. And this example of fodder, berseem, oat, Sudan grasses. So many times the question is asked you, name two fodders used for the livestock. So this berseem, oat and Sudan. So it is all about our food, its component. Because our food contains carbohydrate, protein, fat, vitamins and minerals. Second important part is, if we look toward the improvement in the food resources, we have to see some factors which are affecting the production. One of the factors which affect the production is climatic condition. Because different climatic condition, the food production is affected. Another is temperature. Different crop, specific temperature is required, and according to the temperature, the production is achieved. One is the photo period. Photo period, it means light time, light period. Because photosynthesis, we know that light is necessary. So enough amount of light, duration of light is very important, and that is called photo period. So photo period is also affecting the production of the fruit. So then crop, kharif crop and rabi crops. Anytime the 2 marks question is asked in a board examination, differentiate between kharif crop and rabi crop. Kharif crop is grown in the rainy season. This crop is grown in the rainy season. So it is called rainy season crop, grown in June to October. So first one point, Kharif crop grown in rainy season. It's grown in month June to October. And Kharif crops example are paddy, soyabean, pigeon, pea, maize, cotton. These are the example of Kharif crop. Similarly, Rabi crops, these are grown in the winter season. So this is called winter season crop, and this grown in November to April. November to April, these Rabi crops are grown. Wheat, gram, pea, mustard, linseeds, etc. are some examples of Rabi crop. So differences between Rabi crop and Kharif crop, this is the very important question for examination. Another important part is overall, when we have started the revolution, we started the disturbance to our environment. Our environment is degraded due to the many activities of revolution. There is a need of sustainable practices. Sustainable practices means what? We have to use the resources for present need, but the resources should be balanced and preserved for the future generation. So such type of practices are called the sustainable practices. These sustainable practices also, suppose mixed cropping is the one sustainable practice, mixed farming is a sustainable practice. Then one important thing is sustainable agriculture. Sustainable agriculture means the agriculture with the other things, farming, it is fishery, poultry, okay, honey bee keeping. So if along with this one, if we, along with the agriculture, once we are doing the fisheries, poultry and beekeeping like of some another or others work, that is called the sustainable agriculture. So sustainable practices, in sustainable practices will help us to reduce the pressure on the natural resources, and there will be the balance in an environment if we are applying or we are using the sustainable practices. So thus overall is about improvement in the food resources. This topic we have to